It's a trap!
One.
That's Wookiee, right? For Star Wars. Because it's May the 4th be with you day. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. Max, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but just it's a fun themed day. I'm going to... Ow. I'm going to lightsaber away for the minute, just to avoid too much problems. But again, we're here for another day of math. Exciting to go. Start with some pins, of course. I've got some actual Star Wars pins that I found. Got a pair of kaleidoscope Christmassy R2-D2 and Stormtrooper. Pretty cool. And an AT-AT, A-T-A-T, I don't know how you say it. Again, it's not so fluent in Star Wars, but it's the coolest part of the Rise of the Resistance ride. I know that, because I've been on it twice. Humble brag, hashtag blessed. Throw it up. Of course, got to open up some stuff. I got some Star Wars things for today. Got a Star Wars box. We've got him. Clearly a bad guy. 1 of 12. Hey, I bet if somebody tells me who it is, I'll give a little shout in the next video. We got that guy. He can go hang out up here with a baseball player, with Max Scherzer. Why not? I've got this, a Mash'em. A new little thing we've got. See? Could be a lot of things. Oh, we got a C-3PO face. He's probably complaining about something, because, that's what C-3PO does. So you can hang out up here. And finally got a bag clip, because that's the easiest thing to find a target. We got, the champ. The best villain of all time, maybe. Let's go, Darth Vader. Solid up here. Gonna hang out on top of the exploding kittens. I feel like Darth Vader hanging out on top of exploding kittens. It's just the right place. Just throw that out of the way. Don't need that. Oh, we do need quote of the day, of course. And today, for Monday, May the 4th, we've got, when I said how stupid can you be, it wasn't a challenge. It was a joke. It was like a sarcastic thing, right? Like a classroom normally is. All right. We've opened up some stuff. We got a little Star Wars fun. We've done a quote. Done some pins. Oh, of course, it's time to go to the board. Let's do some math right now. All right now, Finn, Lando, pay attention. This is going to be on the quiz. All right, algebra guys, ready to go. We've been talking about forms of linear equations, kind of a refresher from stuff we've done before. Today we're talking about standard form, but before we get to that, we're going to do a little review real fast. Remember, slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b tells us two very important things about the line represented in the equation. It tells us the slope and the y-intercept, right? So simple. That's why it's called slope-intercept form. Remember how we talk about this, and I sarcastically remind you all the time that the name tells you everything? We're back in that place. Okay, point-slope form tells us a point on the line of the slope. Of course, y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. x1, y1 is a coordinate. It's the coordinate of the point. A slope, intercept, point, slope. We got a third form we're going to talk about real quick. Standard form, which is... This red is... Somebody keeps throwing this red marker here. It's killing me, Smalls. Cannot have it. Whoa! Finn is so excited about math, he just jumped to try and answer a question ahead of time. We don't do that, dude. Oh, he might have broke. That could be a problem. Had a first casualty of a toy. It's okay, he's fixed. Let's use this marker. This one looks better. Standard form. AX plus BY equals C, right? A, B, and C are just representing numbers. Okay, remember we're going to set this up, we talked about before. We want them to be integers, right? When A, B, and C to be integers, we're going to not worry about fractions here. So if we see some, we're going to clear them out because we all hate fractions, right? But AX plus BY equals C, and it tells us two very important things. It tells us the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Suppose we could call this intercept form, but that just sounds like a mouthful. We're going to call it standard form. Very simple stuff. So we're going to look at a second, find out some information from an equation written in standard form, and then we'll be done for the day. Again, we're doing these reviews, trying to keep it short and sweet for you. We'll be right back.
Here they come!
Alright, so we got some information about two lines. We're going to write them in standard form eventually. Remember, we need to know the x and y intercepts to really be able to do that. And here, we're not given either, but we are given 2 points on the line. Thinking about previous lessons, we do know, if this case, if we know 2 points, we can find the slope of the line, and then write the equation in point-slope form, and then eventually convert it now into standard form. So, I know my line passes through 1, 1, and 2, negative 2. I'm going to start my slope formula. M equals negative 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 1, so a change in y over change in x. So we've got negative 3 over 1, slope of negative 3. Now we get to pick a point. I would pick 1, 1. Why? Well, if I don't have to worry about any negatives, it's usually a lot easier, right? Of course, we don't want to make this more difficult. So, we've got y minus 1 equals negative 3 times x minus 1. Now we're just going to do a little math here. Do our distributive property. Today, put the chewy distributive property. Distributive property. We get y minus 1 equals negative 3x plus 3. Okay, now we've got to get this in standard form, we need the x to be on the left side of the equation with y. We get rid of that negative 1, so we're going to add 3x to both sides. And I'm going to go ahead and add 1 to each side of the equation. That'll cancel out, that'll cancel out. We're left with 3x plus y equals 4. We've got our equation. Looks pretty good. And it's in standard form. Now let's work our way over here. We've got a line passes through negative 4, with a slope of negative 3 halves. Again, we've got a slope, we've got a point. We can go with point slope form, and we'll convert to standard form later. So start, we've got y minus negative 4. Minus a negative means, Daisy, what do you got? You know it? COVID Mickey? COVID Mickey knows it. Oh boy! It means plus a positive. Minus a negative is the same as plus a positive. So y plus 4 equals negative 3 halves times x plus 4. Now before we go any further, we talked before, standard form, we don't want to have fractions, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this halves by multiplying both sides of the equation by 2. By doing that, we're canceling out here. We've got 2y plus 8 equals negative 3 times x plus 4. Okay. Our old distributive property, wait, hold up, that's not right. It's the old distributive property, of course. You get 2y plus 8 equals negative 3x minus 12. Now we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. Add 3x to both sides. Now 3x plus 2y, can't combine them because they're not like terms, so 3x plus 2y equals, that cancels out, is negative 20. We've got an equation now written in standard form. Now, we don't have to use this every time, of course, but knowing what we can find is important. So, we actually have one more part to this lesson. We're going to actually find the intercepts to be able to graph a line from standard form, and then we'll be done for the day. So, bonus part, get excited.
Here's some money. Go see a Star War.
As always, siblings showing up, getting their daily math lessons from the son of the teacher of the universe. Rebecca, Nelson, Ross, Anthony, Elmo, I appreciate you coming, showing up, doing a little math with us today. As always, I'm excited to see what we do tomorrow.
Are we really doing this?
Okay guys, last bit here, last little bit. We've got an equation, 4x minus 6y equals 12. We're going to graph it real quick. Now, remember we talked about before, what information are we given from the equation in standard form? Well, we're given the intercepts. But how are we given the intercepts? Well, really what we're saying is if I know the x-intercept, I know a point along the x-axis, the beautifully drawn x-axis. Shut your mouth in the back. It's a beautifully drawn x-axis. Guys, I know y'all know this. We're like a whole year into this. My drawings aren't the best. Chill. Be nice. So, we know if a point is on the x-axis, the value of y is 0. So, if we find this point, the solution for this equation, we know one point will be at 4x equals 12. That will give my x value, and the y value would be y, because 0 times negative 6 is 0. That's how we find our x-intercept. We also can find the y-intercept by setting x equals 0 and solving for y. And we know that point will be on the y-axis. So, simple division here, divide by 4. X equals 3. That means on the x-axis, at the point 3, 0, we have a solution. Over here, we're going to divide by negative 6. We get y equals negative 2. I'm going to go grab a big stick over here. Hold up. Look at this. The not broken one. We can graph the line from standard form, drawing wonderfully a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful line. Great. We'll be right back to close it out, and then we'll be done for today. Get excited.
That happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed that.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
All right, guys, Star Wars Day is done. May the 4th be with you. We're out. Hopefully you're enjoying all of your wonderful Star Wars things today. I'm watching Little Mandalorian. It's my favorite. Pretty awesome. Algebra 1, guys, though, again, Part C is up on Ingenuity, so make sure you're checking that out. We'll have some grades coming into Skyward pretty soon. We're still doing a little review, which means if there's a topic you know you struggle with in the first half of the year, first 3 quarters of the year, and you'd like us to go over in this opportunity here, this setting here, Son of the Teacher of the Universe, happy to help. You just gotta let me know. Remember, hit me up on Remind, email me, let me know, so we can get that taken care of. Other than that, I think it's time to roll out. Hope you have a great Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. We'll see you for the Revenge of the 5th.